What if beauty had a home? A place where ancient history meets modern life, where every street tells a story, every building looks like a piece of art, and every sunset makes you stop and take a second look. From the romantic canals of Venice, to the ancient streets of Rome, from the breathtaking mountains of Cape Town, to the timeless Japanese beauty of Kyoto, and finally, the city that has captured the imagination of the world for centuries, Paris. Today, we are traveling across 3 continents to discover 5 cities that could easily be called some of the most beautiful places on Earth. But remember, beauty is subjective. So this is not simply about buildings or famous landmarks. We're looking at architecture, history, culture, natural scenery, uniqueness, and the experience each city gives to visitors. And believe me, number 1 is a city you probably already know. Let's begin. We begin in Japan with a city that feels like a journey into another era. Kyoto. For more than 1,000 years, Kyoto was the imperial capital of Japan, and today it remains one of the country's greatest cultural treasures. What makes Kyoto beautiful is the combination of traditional architecture and nature. Here, you can walk through ancient temples, see wooden traditional houses, explore the famous streets of Gion, and visit peaceful gardens surrounded by mountains. And then comes spring, when cherry blossoms transform parts of the city into a sea of pink and white. But Kyoto isn't only beautiful because of what you can see. It is beautiful because of how it feels. Quiet temples, traditional tea houses, wooden streets, Japanese gardens. Kyoto doesn't try to impress you. It simply lets history speak for itself. Now imagine waking up in a city where there are almost no ordinary roads through the historic center. Instead, there are canals. Welcome to Venice. Built across a group of islands in a lagoon, Venice is one of the most unique urban environments on Earth. Its famous canals, gondolas, bridges, colorful buildings, and historic palaces create a landscape that looks almost impossible. And then there is St. Mark's Square, the Grand Canal, the Rialto Bridge, and centuries-old architecture surrounding the water. But Venice is more than beautiful. It is extraordinary because the city itself is the attraction. You don't need to search for one particular building to understand its beauty. Sometimes, simply standing beside a canal as a gondola passes by is enough. Venice is not just a city you visit. It is a city you experience. Now we travel to Africa. And this city has something the others on our list cannot easily compete with. Nature. Welcome to Cape Town. Imagine a modern city sitting between the Atlantic Ocean and one of the world's most recognizable mountains. That mountain is Table Mountain. But Cape Town doesn't stop there. You have beautiful beaches, dramatic coastlines, vineyards, mountains, islands, and spectacular viewpoints, all within the same metropolitan area. Visit Camps Bay and you can see mountains rising behind the beach. Look toward the ocean and you see the Atlantic stretching into the distance. Climb or travel up Table Mountain and the entire city opens beneath you. This is what makes Cape Town different. Paris has architecture. Rome has history. Venice has canals. Kyoto has tradition. But Cape Town combines a modern city with extraordinary natural scenery. And that combination makes it one of the world's most spectacular urban destinations. Our journey now takes us to a city where history isn't simply inside museums. History is everywhere. Welcome to Rome. Walking through Rome can feel like walking through thousands of years of civilization. You can see the Colosseum, one of the most famous surviving monuments of the ancient Roman world. You can visit the Roman Forum, magnificent churches, beautiful fountains, and historic piazzas. And then, within the same city, you can encounter the Vatican and some of the world's most important works of art and architecture. Rome's beauty comes from its layers. Ancient Rome, Renaissance Rome, Baroque Rome, modern Rome. They all exist together. And perhaps that's why Rome feels different from almost any other city. You aren't simply looking at beautiful buildings. You're looking at history that survived. And finally we arrive at number 1. A city whose name alone can create an image in your mind. The Eiffel Tower, the Seine River, elegant boulevards, romantic cafes, historic buildings. Welcome to Paris. Known around the world as the City of Light, Paris has spent centuries building a reputation for beauty, art, fashion, architecture, and romance. The Eiffel Tower has become one of the most recognizable landmarks on Earth. The Louvre contains some of the world's greatest artistic treasures. The Seine flows through the heart of the city, connecting many of its most famous landmarks. And then there are the streets themselves. Paris doesn't depend on just one attraction. Its beauty comes from the entire atmosphere of the city, its architecture, cafes, bridges, gardens, museums, and historic neighborhoods. Perhaps that's why Paris continues to inspire millions of visitors, artists, photographers, and filmmakers. It isn't perfect. No city is. But when people around the world imagine a beautiful city, Paris is often one of the first names that comes to mind. So, there they are. Kyoto, Venice, Cape Town, Rome and Paris. 5 cities. 5 different cultures. 5 completely different definitions of beauty. Kyoto gives us tradition. Venice gives us uniqueness. Cape Town gives us nature. Rome gives us history. And Paris gives us elegance, art, and romance. But now the question belongs to you. Which city deserves the number 1 spot? Is it Paris? Or would you choose Rome, Cape Town, Venice, or Kyoto? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey around some of the most beautiful cities on Earth, subscribe to the channel, because our next destination could be somewhere you've always dreamed of visiting. Until then, keep exploring, keep discovering, and never stop being amazed by the world.